Was good, y'all. Red Salsa coming back at y'all with another banger. And as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, the build that I'm bringing y'all today is the best playmaking 3-level scorer in the game, y'all. Now, this was literally the very first build that I brought y'all when it comes to 2K on next gen, but I went ahead and remade this build to make it to where we get even more badges as well as better overall stats. Now, I'm telling you, in my opinion, this version of the build is going to be much better because of the fact that we're going to be getting more badges, but also when it comes down to the build entirely based off of the height, weight, and wingspan, these are really going to be adjustable as well, so you can change these to your liking to make the build even better. So before we get into the making, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new to the Rich Gang family, as well as any new supporters coming through for the very first time. Be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications so y'all can see when I upload every single day. Now, let's go ahead and get into the making of this playmaking 3-level scorer, y'all. So when it comes to the position, you definitely want to go ahead and put this build under the power forward position. Now, when it comes to the height, weight, and wingspan, I'm going to go with the height of 6'8", but again, like I said earlier, this is going to be based on what you want to do, so go ahead and change it up if you want to. When it comes to the weight, I'm going with 210, and the wingspan is going to be 7'6", y'all. So let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of these stats. Again, some of these are going to be interchangeable. It really comes down to how you want to set up this build, but for my liking, I'm going to go ahead and do it exactly as I am showing y'all here. So go ahead and max out your driving layup as well as your driving dunk. From here, when it comes to the finishing, you can max out either your post control or your standing dunk, y'all. It really comes down to what you want to do, but again, you risk changing up the badge setup as well as the build name, and that is something that I would just leave up to y'all. And then when it comes to the shooting, go ahead and max out both your mid-range as well as your three-pointer. When it comes to your free throw, what you want to go ahead and do here is either go ahead and put your free throw up to a 54 or put it up to whatever amount of badges you want to get for the shooting. I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this. When it comes to the playmaking now, go ahead and max out your pass accuracy as well as your ball handle, and then your speed with ball. So that is really clutch all around. We get 27 playmaking badges. I love that. And then when it comes to the defense, what you want to go ahead and do is put your interior up to a 34, max out your perimeter, max out your steal as well, and then when it comes to the block, y'all, we already know that we're going to max this out as well. And then when it comes to the defensive rebound, go ahead and max this out, and that's going to bring up your offensive rebound, and then we're going to have another 27 badges on the defensive side, y'all. Now, when it comes to the physicals, we are going to go ahead and max out our speed, acceleration, go ahead and skip your strength, but when it comes to the vertical, max this out, and when it comes to the stamina, we are still able to maintain that 60 stamina, y'all. So it's really clutch, especially once you grind this build out, get it to 99 overall. I'm telling you, everything is going to completely change. So once you see these takeovers right here, it's really coming down to what you feel like you're best at. In my opinion, it is always going to be best to pick the offensive takeover first. As you can see, we get the slashing, sharpshooting, playmaking, and then the lockdown. So again, I would highly and always recommend picking the offensive takeover first. It makes it much easier to get that defensive one. So first, in my opinion, the best one is going to be between finishing moves as well as spot up precision. But again, if you feel like you could even go something out of these two, go ahead and do so. I'm going to go ahead and put on finishing moves. Second one is going to be extreme clamps. And as y'all can see, we have made the playmaking 3-level scorer, y'all. So I'm telling you, like I said earlier, once you grind this build out, it is definitely going to make a huge difference on everything, y'all. So in my opinion, you definitely want to go ahead and do what you can to make this build maxed out as well as getting that gym rat badge. So first, when it comes to the physicals, our speed is going to be in the 90s. When it comes to the acceleration, this is going to be in the high 80s. Vertical is going to be high 90s, and our stamina is going to be in the 70s. When it comes to the defensive rebound, we will get 99. Same thing with our steal and block with boost. Perimeter defense is going to be in the high 90s. That's going to be really good for this build. We will get the pro dribble moves at 99 overall with this build. The mid-range shot is going to be in the high 90s. 3-point shot is definitely going to hit the 90s with boost. And then when it comes to all of our finishing categories, all of these are going to be in the high 90s, if not a 99 overall, y'all. So I'm telling you, this build is definitely overpowered. And as you can see, when it comes to the setup of these badges, y'all, we have 24 badges that we're able to work with. And I'm going to go ahead and be real with y'all. As long as you are running Posterizer as well as Slithery Finisher, you are going to be perfectly fine. In my opinion, Heat Seeker is another one of those badges that you definitely want to keep on if you can main it, because it is helping you get your takeover much quicker than you normally would when it comes to the finishing side of things. So again, that is something that I would definitely consider if you are a build and have one that is easily and focused mainly around the finishing. This badge is super OP. A lot of people don't talk about it, but in my opinion, people need to talk about it more. So that's what I'm doing here, just giving y'all some tips to what y'all should do. But let's go ahead and get into the next set of badges, which is going to be the shooting, y'all. So first, you definitely want to put on the badges that are going to help boost your shooting percentage. So first, I'm going to go with Hot Zone Hunter, and another one that I'm going to go with to help my takeover is going to be Hall of Fame Hot Shot. From here, I'm going to go with Gold Catch and Shoot as well as Corner Specialist on Silver. That is another nice setup that I like. Let's go ahead and get into the playmaking now. So we have 27 badges to work with here, and in my opinion, if you are the one that is setting up this badge setup, I would go ahead and take the route of putting on as many risky badges as possible, because I'm going to be real with y'all. When it comes to the first couple, when it comes to the 3 or 4 badges that you put on, these are going to be all of the badges that you basically need. Anything over than the 4 Hall of Fame badges that I first put on here are going to be luxury badges, y'all. So anything after those main 4 are definitely going to be something that I would really experiment with, as well as try out new badges just to see if it fits your playstyle. But again, that is just something that I would highly recommend, because it is only going to help you get better at the game, y'all. Now, when it comes to the defensive set of badges, I'm going to go ahead and do this a little bit differently. So you can definitely go ahead and follow along on the screen with the badge setup that I'm going with. But in my opinion, there are a couple badges that everybody should really consider putting on first before doing so. So in my opinion, I am definitely going to put on Intimidator on any build, as well as Rim Protector. Both of these badges are going to be 2 key Hall of Fame badges that I love to run. Another one that I would consider before any other badge is going to be between 2. That is going to be Clamps as well as Defensive Leader. The reason why I'm clipping Clamps on Braun is for this reason. We want to go ahead and put on as many Hall of Fame badges as we possibly can and keep the even badge setup. So again, if you want to go ahead and change the route of doing this, you can definitely do so. But as long as you keep on the couple of main badges that I have on Hall of Fame right here, these are the first badges that I am going to always recommend for any build I can get them. I feel like these are going to be base badges that put any build over the top. But as you can see, this is the setup we're going with: 27, 27, 12, and 24. Thank y'all so much for watching this entire video through and just showing up and showing y'all support every single day. Thank y'all to the Rich Gang family. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new to the Rich Gang family, as well as any new supporters. Be sure to run up those likes. Go ahead and share this banger with your family and friends. And last but not least, be sure to turn on post notifications so y'all can see when I upload every single day. Man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.